In down San Fernando to put on a big show. I catching cold sweat, I frightened to death. With me father Kenny, with Colin and Randy, and this country girl, she never freaky. Suddenly I tumble in, and I feel the car rocking. I hear it, they're holding shit, they're squeezing shit. Oh my! Fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat. Oh, I heat in me tummy, it burning me plenty. I'm feeling it heavy when I move it burn me. Fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat. I begging the driver, pull up on the shoulder. He say, listen friend, you could control them. I'm looking for police, you know them is real peace. If they only see, it's jailhouse for a week. With all the excitement and all the things that went, I hear it. This is mash up. They wouldn't stop. Oh yeah. Fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat. I heat in me tummy, it burning me plenty. I'm feeling it heavy when I move it burn me. Fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat. With all the big upset and all this big cold mess, my quick assumption was totally wrong. They were trying to light up a funny cigarette when the matches fall inside her she dress. When the girl ball out, they were trying to put it out. I'm hearing mama, they're petting shit like a baby. Hey. Fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat. I heat in me tummy, it burning me plenty. I'm feeling it heavy when I move it burn me. Fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat.
Vaccinated them group by group. Done that.
Heat in me tummy.
First of August, Emancipation Day. Make a resolution to emancipate yourself from COVID by getting vaccinated and be alive for the next Emancipation Day. And keep your grandparents and even your middle-aged people alive and well, because every time we add to that number of 1,000 plus, these are citizens who, in many instances, no COVID, they would have been alive. So let us prepare for the eventuality of the Delta variant coming to us. and dealing with what we have with us, because the P1 variant is already a dangerous virus taking some people to crisis. Let us not skylark during this period. This period is a very valuable period. And finally, I want to tell you that this concept about, for those who are encouraging vaccine hesitancy, who should know better, talking about expiration of the vaccines that the government has. And the government bought too much vaccine, we should have bought it in batches. People of Trinidad and Tobago, at one time, we couldn't get any vaccine at all. We placed orders, and the orders were accepted on the grounds that we could get a batch now and a batch later. But it appears as though some people would have preferred if we got a batch and then that ran out and we had known, because that in early July we were in that situation. We would have used up what we had, but I did tell you that there would have been a narrow period when we wouldn't have had vaccines for first dosing, but after that going forward, we should be able to have a constant stream of vaccine for first dosing. We were fortunate because of Trinidad and Tobago's relationships outside to get a substantial batch of a WHO-approved vaccine, which is now in hand. So nobody could say now in Trinidad and Tobago that I want to be vaccinated. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to turn to, and I don't know that there's any vaccine available. This country is not in that situation. We are in the opposite situation. Every responsible citizen or person or guardian who is responsible for somebody else who wants to get vaccinated, we are in that position now where we can get them vaccinated. And we must get vaccinated as quickly as possible. Because remember, you're not fully vaccinated until after your first dose. You allow that period to expire, and you get the time when you have your second dose, and then 2 weeks after your second dose, that's when you are supposed to be fully immunized. So let's look at August. If we start out after Emancipation Day to get vaccinated, the vaccine that we're using now has a 3-week period of waiting. That means by the 3rd week of August, you're ready for your last shot from that 500,000 doses of vaccine that we have. And then 2 weeks after that. So by September morning, if you vaccinate early in August, by the time the school should open in September, approximately half of the target that we set as a population should have been vaccinated, and we expect to get some more vaccines during August to keep the program going, so we're making progress going down the road. And that is the plan that we're following, and I trust that I can continue to rely on the good sense of the population in Trinidad and Tobago to agree with the rest of the world that a vaccinated population is in the best position to respond to COVID and its variants. And I also sadly have to report that we know that if you are unvaccinated, that you are more exposed to getting the worst of this pandemic. And the decisions that we are making in managing the movement of our population is to get the best outcome in a pandemic. 2020 is still a pandemic year. We are alive when the pandemic is taking place. 2020, 2021. Let us all try and be alive when 2021 is over, because we have sensibly responded. And the response that is available to us, not to prevent us from getting infected, because we know. I've heard some people say that the vaccines are no good because they're not preventing you from getting the virus. Well, if that is the best that science offers, if you are drowning and a log turns up in the middle of the stream, you're going to still get wet. But the log gives you the possibility to breathe and not be sucked under, and it might even take you to the bank. The vaccines reduce the infection rates, that is known. It also allows the infected to survive better. That's what it does. So do not reject the vaccine because it's not preventing you permanently from being infected. Some vaccines and some microbes, that happens, some viruses, that happens. When you get vaccinated, it prevents you for life. But if that's not what is available now, what you going to do? say because it's not behaving like the yellow fever vaccine, you're not going to use it? And if this virus stays around, we don't know how long it's going to stay around for. God forbid, it could be around for years. Just remember, when we started dealing with COVID-19 in late 2019, we were talking about May of 2020. And when we started dealing with it in 2020, we were talking about May to September. And when some people said it might be around for a year or two, we said, you're crazy. Look at where we're at. We are well into the second year, and the virus has not receded anywhere in the world. Even where we thought it had receded and came under control, it is now, people are now reporting fourth waves. And in fact, as we have seen in previous pandemics, the later waves can be more deadly than the early ones. So it's running true to form. So, Trinidad and Tobago, we have done quite well responding to this virus. And the reason why we have been able to do so well as a nation is because the population of Trinidad and Tobago had at an earlier time invested in a group of young people in the medical fraternity and other specialties who today are standing between us and this virus in 2021. So I want to continue to thank and congratulate our health staff in Trinidad and Tobago, and particularly here in Tobago, and all your support staff. Don't listen to the old talk. Old talk is a natural phenomenon in Trinidad and Tobago. And there are some people, the less they know, the louder they talk. There's one particular ex-minister who is on a platform regularly now, bad-mouthing the health system, bad-mouthing the national effort. He's a friend of mine. He and I are very close friends. I had to block him recently because he was annoying me. He was annoying me because he keeps harassing me on my phone, giving me advice that is unsolicited, then goes on platforms and talk a lot of stupidness. I have work to do. I have people to care for. When I had a request to meet the opposition leader, the very next day I met with her, she brought two doctors. She brought two doctors, elected members of parliament, one of whom is my friend. They made 2 points to me as Prime Minister in that meeting. Two. One doctor, gentleman as he is, he inquired as to whether our health staff in all the hospitals are up to speed, whether the ventilators are available and in working order, and so on and so on. Because at that time there was no treatment and we didn't know where COVID was going. That doctor asked about whether the hospital, from that standpoint of infrastructure and personnel, was, and I had to report that yes, we had done the best we could and we were doing the best we could and so on, and we were ready to respond. The other doctor was insisting that what the government should do with COVID is to buy a shipment of hydroxychloroquine. That was exactly at the time when the WHO was warning the world not to use hydroxychloroquine because, one, it wasn't effective, and two, it was damaging. But that was his advice. And up to recently kept insisting that we must use hydroxychloroquine. So one mad person was recommending sunshine, one recommending hydroxychloroquine, and of course the other one telling you about guinea pigs and vaccines and so on. And that is the alternative. I could tell you today, Trinidad and Tobago, with all the criticism being made about the effort this country has made and the progress we have made, none of the alternatives being put forward would put us in a better position. The last request I got is that the health team now has shown that they are tired and they failed. Get them out and put a new team in. That is not going to happen. Because they are there by virtue of being our specialists in virology, our specialists in epidemiology, our specialists in all aspects of healthcare specific to this problem. It would be crazy to think that, okay, well, we didn't perfect it. We haven't killed off COVID. So the thing to do is to go and get a taxi driver or a food picker or a prime minister to go and take over the hospital. Crazy. Comfort yourself in the fact that in Trinidad and Tobago we made the investment and it's paying loud dividend now. That is why we could be doing what we're doing now. Talking to you, as I dare say, one of the most educated populations in the world with respect to this virus. So therefore, make an educated choice. Make an educated choice about getting vaccinated, because that is what we need to do. And we have the vaccines. So come tomorrow, Monday is a public holiday, Tuesday is a work day, get vaccinated in early August. And by early September, we should be in a position to say that a large chunk of this population has been vaccinated and is in a fairly good position to respond to the virus. If we don't do that, and the virus feeds off the unvaccinated, and the vaccine remains on the shelf, then we have no one to blame but our individual selves. We'll be driving this campaign, and our doctors and nurses and healthcare givers at all levels have not given up the task, and they will not. And the volunteers are out there helping. That's another area we should be proud of. The private sector volunteers have come in, and we'll have more volunteers coming in. I just want to say one thing here in Tobago too. If we have an outbreak in Tobago, like in Trinidad and the nation, and we even put more beds in the hospital, more physical beds, get more bed sheets and more mattresses, that is not going to create any more nurses and doctors and phlebotomists and others. These are specialists who are limited in number. So don't get to the point where you need more beds in the hospitals, because a place to lie down does not healthcare give. The staff that stands at the bedside is married to that bed to be able to give you the care that you need. And that care comes after years of training and a good attitude from those who come by your bedside. These are the facts of 2021. And Minister, maybe we are getting some more people in to support.
Yes.
Could you mention that, please?
Thank you. Thank you, Prime Minister. So as we prepare for the Delta variant, outside of vaccination, we also have to ramp up our human resource. We have brought in 30 more ICU specialist nurses from Cuba. Some will be sent to Tobago to support the Tobago effort. These are specialist nurses not available in Trinidad and Tobago. So we are not depriving any local nurses from their jobs. We have always had a shortage of that. So that is coming in. That is already here, and some will be sent to Tobago.
Thank you very, very much, Minister. I think I've said enough on this issue, and I'm hoping that I can continue to trust the good sense and the reasonableness of a population who from the beginning had been asked to take responsibility for yourselves, because the circumstances require that, notwithstanding what the government does at every level, the taste of this pudding is in the eating at your own shoulder. That's where we're at now. We've progressed to that stage. So please take responsibility and get yourself among the vaccinated. If there are any questions, we take them now. Please identify yourself, and you can go to the mic and we'll take your questions. We have some time. Please identify your media house and put your question.
Hi, good afternoon. Candace Jackson from Tobago Channel 5 News. My first question to you, Prime Minister, is are there any more vaccines to come in? Because I noticed that you didn't give us any update on additional vaccines coming into the country.
The situation with respect to additional vaccine remains the same. We are working on getting additional supplies. I'm confident that we will have supplies. We've gone through July as we did indicate. We had enough vaccines to keep us busy in July. During the month of August, we are expecting some additional vaccines, but I don't want to get into them until we literally have them on hand. We have some potential offers, that's how I put it. But at this point in time, I don't think that the country should focus much on that, because we have hundreds of thousands of vaccines in hand looking for arms, and we have more that are committed to come to us. So we do not expect to run out of vaccines during August.
Okay. And secondly, there's an argument being made to open some of the beaches, perhaps on a restricted basis, like from 6 to 12. That way, I mean, you only just have persons that are going for what therapy and so on. And we also know that limers tend to want to go in the afternoon. Or we could even just open beaches that are already manned by lifeguards alone. That way, you know, they can assist in controlling the crowds and whatnot. Because the sector in tourism in Tobago has been, you know, complaining and so on and pleading for some relief where that's concerned.
I've heard that, but firstly, lifeguards don't organize people on the beach. Lifeguards are there to come to you when you've outstripped your swimming ability. So lifeguards will not be comforting to us on the beach. And of course, if you open the beaches for half day, you can't say it is for John or Mary, because everybody will turn up during that half day period. In fact, if you're going to open it, the longer period, the better, because that will prevent a gathering. Because remember, it is the congregating of people that we're against. The reason why we have not opened beaches, knowing the value of being on the beach, the curative value of being on the beach, is because we have opened up so many other areas and taking so much more risk with other people. 45,000 construction workers are out there. They're not entirely protected. They're working with a risk, and you're seeing it in Dr. Hinds' chart. And therefore, what we're saying, if we have to give up anything, let's not give up the livelihood. I just mentioned the livelihood of people who are in the retail, who work in the malls and so on. We believe that it is better to hold it so that they can come out as against us going on the beach and spending a while. But I expect that if we keep our downward curve going by behavior, we should get to a point in the not too distant future where we could begin to go back to the places of recreation like beaches.
My next question is for the Tobago health authorities. We know that the Gamma variant was detected earlier this week. Can we know some details as to when this person would have gotten COVID-19 with the variant, and some details surrounding it, like, you know, how many persons, or how widely do you think that this one person may have affected other persons in the community?
Hi, so what I can share is interesting facts. So the person who was detected to have the Gamma variant was actually asymptomatic, and interestingly was tested as part of the testing to travel abroad, and that's how they were detected. So based on that, we've requested genomic testing around all that person's contacts, but we haven't gotten back the results yet. But when we do, we will share it with you.
Okay. Additionally, when can we expect the ICU care in Tobago to be expanded?
Right, good afternoon. Thank you for the question. Well, right now we are in the process of acquiring the additional equipment, and as the Minister of Health would have said, he's identified some ICU nurses. But in addition to that, we also need certain specialists to come on board to assist us in expanding the ICU service from what we have now. I just want to mention that, if I may, remember in March of 2020, when COVID started, we in Tobago only had one hospital that was not providing anything related to COVID. Then when we had our first ill patient in June of 2020, we developed a modified parallel health system with the medical ward being to treat COVID. And that caused major disruption to the hospital at Signal Hill. Come August, we were able to develop the facilities at the Fort, which was the old hospital that was converted to a COVID treatment center that allowed us to return the medical ward and the Signal Hill Hospital to providing non-COVID and normal services with the development of a COVID ICU then. Fast forward to 2021, where we have added additional facilities to treat COVID up at the fort. And in addition to that, March last year, we had no facility for testing COVID. Now we have PCR at the Signal Hill Hospital, which gives you a result in about an hour. We also have 2 facilities for doing antigen testing, one at the Green Room and another one at the hospital. So as time develops and our demand for services increase, we have been so doing expanding the services. And this is just another example. We had forecasted at least a month ago that we would need additional ICU care because the ICU was 80%, 100%, and we started putting things in place to develop that. So we expect in the not too distant future to have the equipment and the staff to expand it. And we plan to expand it up at the fort in the facility that was Trek that has been empty for some time. That should give us an additional 7 beds. Thank you.
Dr. Wheeler, just another question. There are reports, there continue to be reports that there's a significant oxygen shortage in Tobago. Could you give us an update as to our oxygen status at the Scarborough General Hospital?
Right. The Scarborough General Hospital at Signal Hill has 2 oxygen concentrators that provides all the oxygen, not just for Scarborough General Hospital, all the health centers on the island, and also some of the oxygen at the COVID facilities at the fort. However, in the recent weeks with the increasing demand for oxygen care, we have supplemented that with cylinders being brought up from Trinidad. So there's really no shortage of oxygen on the island at all.
I'll just end it for now.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Prime Minister, and also to the panel.
Good afternoon, Liz.
Liz Williams, TV6 News. One of the first questions I want to ask the Prime Minister, I know before there was some talk on social media about a change in terms of the curfew hours. I don't know if we are having daylight curfew or not, so the people of Trinidad and Tobago would like to know if the 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. remains.
Liz, do not take your information from social media. Get your information from the official sources of
That's
Trinidad.
why I'm asking you now. I waited for the opportunity to ask you.
Yes, but that is after the misinformation was spread on social media. Because what we did last meeting of this type, we said publicly that we are not changing the curfew hours for this weekend, it being a holiday weekend. We're not going to do it like we did for the last holidays in June, July, and it would be the normal time of the state of emergency, which we've been having, which is from 9 to 5. No other change. So don't believe anything else. That's the official position. There has been no adjustment to the 9 o'clock curfew and the 5 o'clock in the morning ending of that curfew.
I know you announced already that beaches remain closed because that was one of my questions. But in terms of barbers, hairdressers, they are asking how soon can they come out and any facilitation in terms of grants because some persons are still waiting on their grants. And also, let me just slip this one in one time, in terms of churches. Churches are also asking and religious institutions, how soon will they be open?
Right. It brings us back to the point. Firstly, it has been confirmed to me that grants are going out, Social Development Ministry and the Ministry of Finance, but there are still some people who are in the line and we'll continue to service them. And we kept adding, as this thing goes on longer and longer, we kept adding people to it. So that is happening. Unfortunately, it's not going as fast as we would like, but we're making every effort to ensure that help meets those who need it most. And with respect to how soon, when we mentioned personal services in the earlier part of this conversation, those are the people we are talking about, that we're asking them to get vaccinated. And as soon as we are satisfied that the level of vaccination there is relatively high and that they're ready, we'll try to give, I would think in another week or two, that those services should be provided, because we want to be comforted that those people are in fact heavily vaccinated because of the nature of the contact that they have with other people. So we have to make sure that that is done. So I'm encouraging them. We hear your plea, we know where you are, we know your troubles, but I'd be very happy in the nearest future to be able from this podium to say that you all are coming out. And that's why we're saying this week, we're going to focus on those personal services people in getting the vaccination to them in whatever way we can, so that soon after we can add them to the list of people who are outside. And with respect to the beaches, and we would love for all of us to be out there, but because of what the alternative is, the alternative of having everybody out there doing everything we want to do, is that we could find ourselves, all of us, backing up to a place that we don't want to go. So if we have to reduce the numbers, what we have been doing, and you would have seen this, and I tried to mention it earlier on, but maybe I didn't make that point. We're making the sacrifices in areas, not that you're unimportant, not that you're a non-contributor, but in areas where we reduce we're giving up some leisure for livelihood.
I know that you have been getting these reports in that some employers are now making it mandatory for their staff to be vaccinated, and some are also requesting that a PCR test be done every 2 weeks. What's your view on the matter?
Well, my view is that we all have our problems. The employers who are making those requests of the staff, they have a responsibility, not just to the rest of the staff, but to the rest of the population. And basically what that policy you're saying there is doing is asking people to assure others that they are not carrying the virus and posing a threat to persons who have exercised their rights in a different way. It's being discussed in the context of your right and your person. But I'm sure by now you all know that we have always had restrictions on rights and your personal behavior. You know, you buy a car and the car can do, most of the cars in the car park outside can do 120 kilometers an hour. But you know there's a good reason why you aren't allowed to do that. If you go out there and you drive that car at 120 kilometers an hour, you will talk to the magistrate or you might kill somebody along the way. And that is why, even though the car couldn't do it, even though it is your car, the rest of the population says to you, we need to protect ourselves from you and your car. And I think it's the same principle that we have here, that in this case, the safety of the workplace being a responsibility of the employer, and the rights of one worker versus the right of another worker or the public that uses the space. As a matter of fact, I saw something today from a CARICOM country, which shall not be named by me, but it is that for a public servant, for a member of the public to come to a public service office, an unvaccinated person has to call and make an appointment so that they could be treated differently to the vaccinated. And different countries, different people, different businesses are taking different decisions. All I will say is that let us not exploit the situation to the disadvantage unfairly of others, but by the same token, if you have taken a position, there are other positions that flow from that. No man or woman is an island in this matter. And we need to be understanding, and I think we are an educated population, as we are, I hope we are making educated choices.
Just two other questions before Camille comes. the real estate sector is asking that they reopen. And also, I'm sure you have been watching Team TTO. I mean, this morning after 6, Michelle Liahi was, failed to qualify even though she made the mark. But what advice do you want to give to Team TTO in Tokyo at this time?
Well, I think we are being well represented in heart and spirit. And I went to a school here in Tobago, Bishop's High School, and I played a lot of sport there. And we used to play in the adult league, so we very infrequently won. But we played, and our principal would console us by saying every Monday morning, it is not to have won, but to have played the game. And I think Trinidad and Tobago is well represented, and much as we would have liked to be coming home with a basket of medals, those who carry a flag did so with pride, and we commend them for the effort they've made. We are a little disappointed in those new ones who tested positive, but they're being well managed. This being a pandemic year, I mean, we had a couple of our people out there. But as a CARICOM country, we want to join our CARICOM neighbors who have done well and who are representing us, punching well above our weight, particularly the Jamaican ladies who have broken the record there, coming down 1, 2, 3 and flying the Caribbean flag. And therefore, we have not been disgraced. So, I'm a little bit disappointed that Michelle didn't get into the finals, but when you didn't get in by what is 3,000th of a second or something, 1,000th of a second,
Yeah.
that sounds like steel band judging to me. But say what? But she did us proud.
And the real estate sector?
I must tell you, the Ministry of Finance is the biggest advocate for that sector getting back in, because we're losing considerable income at the Treasury for those transactions. So as soon as the first opportunity we have, for more reasons than one, that sector would be allowed to function. And the Ministry of Finance is the advocate there, and I think I may have to acquiesce to their request very soon. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Camille McKechnie, Guardian Media. Welcome to the best place in the entire world, you people from Trinidad. I just want to continue a line of questioning that Liz started. Mr. Prime Minister, as a Caribbean man and a former chairman of CARICOM, how do you feel about Jamaica's first, second, and third, their victory in the Olympics, and of Thompson, who has Olympic record? And also, are you taking notes about the performance of the Jamaicans in relation to the performance of Trinidadians and Tobagonians? And what do you think is the biggest advantage they have over us in terms of facilities and anything else, or training that you can use in order to improve the performance of our athletes?
I don't want us to beat up on ourselves because Jamaica has done well in some areas of Olympic sport. I would simply want to say that all our Caribbean countries, if you follow the Olympics, you see all our Caribbean countries have been doing very well representing themselves. And we can learn from Jamaica. I don't know that they have more facilities than we have, but what they have is a tradition that is now paying great dividends in a world that receives that tradition. The inter-school sport in Jamaica is huge and has been huge since I was there in the early 70s. And out of that system now comes scouting, people being selected early in the teenage performances, and they end up in the United States. It doesn't have much to do with facilities on the island. The facilities on the island produce the school-age performers. And if we are failing in any area, it is that area where we don't have the exposure and the competition in the inter-school. If you look at the capacity to do that, we have a greater capacity than Jamaica. We have more secondary schools, we have more top-class playgrounds, and we have more government support in sport. But unfortunately, it is not reflecting itself in the competition that drives the teenagers to the attention of the scouts. And once they end up in the American competitive collegiate system, that is where we've been throwing out these superstars. So that's an area we need to look, but I wouldn't want to give advice from this area to the specialists there. But we do have the potential to strengthen our performance from starting with the school age competition.
All right. We know that most likely you would have been in contact with the TTOC's Brian Lewis about the...
No, I have not been, so you could stop right there. But I heard the minister saying that she has been in touch with him all the time, and I've heard him on the radio.
So would you be able to say what kind of advice is being offered or what help is being given?
No, I couldn't. I heard the minister saying that she's in touch with him and the team and the management team all the time, and I didn't expect anything else. But from what she has reported, we are as well managed as we could be, and our team is in high spirits, except that we had that little setback. And we do have some still in the competition. Let's just wish them well.
Okay, this question is for Dr. Palsram. What is the age of the minor who tested positive for the virus that was repatriated? And also, what country was the minor returning from, and what strain of the virus did the minor have?
Okay, thanks for the question. As you know, we try not to give personal level detail for patient confidentiality reasons. So I wouldn't want to say what age the person was. Suffice it to say the person is being well isolated. And of course, the sample was sent across to the University of the West Indies to do typing to determine if there's a variant of concern or variant of interest.
Okay, to the Tobago team, Dr. Hoyt, can you give us a clinical update on the clusters of infections at the male medical ward and the surgical ward and other areas of the Scarborough Hospital? We know that the last time Dr. Thompson spoke, he said that 11 people were infected, 11 patients were infected on the ward, 4 had died, and you had like 31 persons 31 staff members being affected.
Hi. Thank you for the question. The detailed outbreak with respect to persons who would have tested positive among staff or patients, we do have. I didn't work with the numbers here, but I will provide those numbers for you later on.
All right. Do we have any idea of the Brazilian variant, the number of cases in Tobago, or are we still deciding? Because I know since June 10th, we heard that there were 6 cases of concern and that you were trying to get information since then. We're now almost at the end of July. Is there any additional information that you can give to us?
So from the cases that were previously flagged, we didn't get back any reports that any of them had tested for any of the variants. But thus far, we have definitely flagged an increased number of, well, as I said, all persons who would have been contacts of this known person with the variant. And we have flagged persons who with severe illness, anyone who may have had reinfections, etc. So there's definitely increased testing and genomic surveillance being done.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We've done a 2-hour session. And I think George hasn't been there yet, but let's have a question from George. And
well, sport expert who went to Bishop's High School in the years when we won. I want to disagree to you that maybe...
I didn't get the first part.
Oh, you didn't get the first part?
No.
Yeah, the microphone is not. I said as an actual sport expert who went to Bishop's High School during the years when we won, I want to disagree with you and suggest that, in fact, technical competency among coaches is the area where Jamaica outstrips us. And people from other countries, including the United States, are now going to Jamaica to train. But that's another story. I think that the Secretary was happy to see you, Prime Minister, here today with the Calvary, the whole group and so on. But you've asked us to treat with the science. And the most basic form of science is arithmetic. And there are some challenges with the Tobago numbers that, as far as I'm concerned, have not been addressed. 2 weeks ago, Dr. Wheeler reported that our COVID ICU was full. Today, he is confessing that arrangements are yet to be made for an increase in the number of ICU spaces. The numbers in Tobago are going in this direction that varies significantly from what happens in Trinidad. I'm tempted to say our percentage of cases is higher than the GSC percentage recommended for Tobago in terms of when we look at what's happening nationally. And if you look at even some of the languaging of the releases that we are getting from the TRHA, it is clear to everybody that if there is not an effort to downplay or cover up, at least we've been presented with very nice language, but not clearly an indication that we have the kind of grip that we should have on the situation in Tobago at this point. I have a specific question. Is there any individual who was in the home quarantine who has died in recent times? And if so, what was that cause of death? I'd also like to find out about another circumstance. In the media, we try to share as accurately as possible the information that we provided. It would appear as though somebody screenshot a conversation that was taking place between media members and shared it with certain senior officials. In that conversation, members of the media were expressing some skepticism.
But George,
I
must stop you here. I think we're drifting off into...
No, well, if I direct
I
that
think
one to this...
we're drifting off into speculation here now, and I really couldn't entertain that. I was trying to follow you, but you're losing me, because I have no idea what you're talking about. No, but you ask your question. Let me allow the question to be answered first, and then we'll come back to maybe the area you're going now. The question was, whoever in the Tobago Health Department could address that, go to the microphone. But while we're there, I think I want to ask a question, George, if you permit. Is there any challenge that you are making or would like to make with respect to the specific numbers made public today by the technical staff here? Because your analysis seemed to be questioning the integrity of those numbers and the staff. So I'm saying the numbers given here today, are you in a position to question any of those or the technical information supplied?
Well, it says I have with the one question I've asked. That's
okay, well let's get the answer then.
So with respect to persons who may have died, we have one case of someone who was confirmed tested positive for COVID who did die at home while in home isolation. And we have another case of someone who was tested and quarantined waiting for results, also passed away at home and results came back confirmed. So in total, we've had 2 persons who confirmed positive for COVID who would have died at home.
Included in the numbers presented on your daily reports
Yes.
of COVID deaths?
They're absolutely included in the number of COVID deaths. We don't differentiate whether a person would have died at facilities or at home, but they are included.
But there's one other area that I am concerned about, George, in your presentation, and that is you speak about something happening in Tobago unlike what is happening in Trinidad. What exactly are you pointing to that Trinidad is benefiting from that Tobago is not benefiting from?
Not at all. What I'm saying is that if you look at the daily national numbers and you look at the daily Tobago figure, Tobago carries a significant portion of that figure beyond what our population size suggests that we should have. And that's inescapable.
I think that is debatable, George. And again, if we go back to bishops, as you started off talking about our experience in bishops, statistics have a way, you can interpret statistics any way you wish. Because, you know, we had one teacher with one student who passed the exam and claimed 100% passes and cried on the teachers who got 20 and 40 people passing the exam. So statistics could do that to you. But I really want to know, and I want to leave this podium knowing that your concerns are, on solid ground with respect to facts. So if there's any fact in relation to the substance of what has been presented, especially statistical and mathematical substance, then I'm sure that the technical team would want to respond to you. But we've been here for a long time. I only allow another 5 minutes for this, and then we end. Dr. Wheeler, Dr. Hoyt, do you want to respond to Mr. Or both? Yeah, the two doctors would respond, and I hope that.
Thank you very much. Just for today's figures, total deaths for Tobago, 43 out of 1,464 COVID positive, gives you a 2.9% death rate. For Trinidad, 1,070 deaths out of 38,557 COVID positive patients, 2.8%. If you take the percentage of COVID deaths, 43 deaths out for Tobago out of 1,070 Trinidad and Tobago, that's 4%. Same as the ratio for the population. If you consider the percentage of COVID positive patients in Tobago, 1,464 out of 38,557 for Trinidad and Tobago, 3.7%.
Number of positives reported over the last week. How does that figure match up?
So it has been an alarming increase in the number of cases. I think if you all would recall the graph that we had shown, and if you look at the bar graph, where you saw that mark of surge for May and for June, and July is going to be even higher. So let me give you an example. In Tobago, our total number of cases in 2020, at the end of 2020, was 145 cases. Our total number of cases from the 1st of January this year, 2021, to the 30th of June this year, 739. That's 6 months. And thus far, from the 1st of July 2021 to the 30th of July 2021, 10 p.m. yesterday, our total was 617. So, yes, there's an alarming increase. And there are multiple factors, one of which is we know that the P1 variant has been introduced. And because there's an increased rate of spread with the P1 variant, you would expect an increase in the number of cases when you have a population that's naive. So that's why you hear the call to arms. If the P1 or Gamma variant is more infectious than the original variant, and we see the numbers that it creates, imagine more the Delta variant has an R naught of 5 to 8. So imagine every person can infect an average of 8 persons. So if you do that math, that is why we're trying to say we need persons to come forward, get vaccinated. The other thing to note is, let me give an example here. One of the clusters we had at a workplace, we had 10 persons who tested positive. 7 of them were from one department. Of those 7 persons, 6 of them had attended a rabbit meat line. So they were there enjoying their rabbit meat, no mask, no social distancing. Thereafter, the other 3 persons who were not part of that department were all social contacts. 2 of them lives with persons who were in the department, and another person is a family member. So when we're seeing spread in workplaces, part of it is because of social behavior outside of the workplace. So what we have is an outbreak of irresponsibility. So at the end of the day, we have a way more infectious variant, and therefore we need persons to make sure and obey the 3 Ws and get vaccinated.
Thank you, Dr. Hyde. And with respect to what Mr. Leacock said and our sensitization to the facts that we're getting, it then makes it very difficult to acquiesce to the demand that we open up Tobago, the bars, the restaurants, the what, so as to get tourism activity. What we're dealing with does not point us to doing that. In fact, Tobago has a great risk. I thought I said that early on. And in small populations like the rabbit meat line, you saw what happened there. So I think I want to adopt Dr. Hoyt's phrase, an outbreak in irresponsibility, and we can get more of that, and the outcome could be quite serious. At this point, I want to ask Dr. Trotman to talk to us with respect to managing COVID at home and managing COVID in Tobago in particular.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. All protocols observed, members of the media. I want to first thank Tobago for welcoming the team. As always, we feel warm and we don't want to go home. We would want to stay longer when you go ahead and vaccinate 100% of your population, and that should be your target. It is important for me to highlight that in reviewing the clinical information, what we are seeing, unfortunately, is that in some instances, people who are at home are not doing or correctly going through isolation procedures. So I'm here to implore that we remember how to isolate at home. It's very important. We must wear our mask at home if we're positive. We must sanitize our surfaces that we use when we are home. And as much as we can, still try to watch our distance when we are at home. Tobago, I want to also underscore the need for the population to listen to what the facts say. You really don't have the support in terms of having massive amounts of healthcare workers in case there's an outbreak. You really don't. And the way for us to avoid that is for us to go ahead and get vaccinated. It is what we have, and it is what we should use. The world has done billions, and the world's record and Trinidad's record is reflecting the same thing. If you are vaccinated, you stand a much better chance. If and when we are vaccinated, we can get all of what we are begging for. What we're really asking for is the return to freedom. Free to do and to mix. Free to be able to get our income up and going. And we can do that if we are vaccinated. We have the vaccines for you. Come and get them. Remember your three W's while you're being vaccinated, but please get vaccinated. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hoyt, and Dr. Trotman, sorry. Thank you very much for those words of wisdom. I just want to emphasize as we close that moving from where we are to a better place and preparing as we must for a threat that's facing us from a variant that could be devastating. We are in a time now ahead of it. Take the opportunity to get vaccinated. We have enough vaccines. I would love to hear from the Minister of Health that we are running out of what we have in hand, because I know we have some more coming, and I expect that August, as we celebrate Emancipation tomorrow, I want to wish the nation a reflective emancipation, and part of that reflection let it be one that sees a decision being made to be a vaccinated person, if you are in the category to so be vaccinated, so that after emancipation, or the period after emancipation, the population of Trinidad and Tobago, by being heavily vaccinated, would be able to respond in a better way to a virus that is already dangerous and to a threat that is out there that could be devastating. Thank you all members of the media for coming. Thank you all for viewing and listening, and we look forward to better days ahead. Thank you very much.
Put up your hand in the air, so. Put up your rag in the air, so. Put up your flag in the air, so. Spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out. Say, oh, we having a nice time. We having a nice time. We having a nice time with Al Capone. Yo, this is Tony P endorsing Al Capone. Blah!
Yo, this is Sherwin Winchester, bigging up WACK 90.1, the true nation station.
We applaud the healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, and everyone caring for the sick. But here's another way to say thank you and help them. Stay at home. Just stay at home. Remember, the virus doesn't move. We move it. We stop moving, so does the virus. Stay home. Stay safe. Stay well.
Moves and Groove presents Band Jazz, Sunday, August 1st, 2021, at the Palace, 713 Nostrand Avenue, corner Sterling Place, Brooklyn, New York, 11216. Band Jazz. Doors open at 6 p.m. We start the jamming at 7, and we go all the way to 10 p.m. Featuring a Spanish world-renowned soloist and celebrated arranger, Duvon Stewart, alongside three-time champion in the annual WACK Steel Band Panorama, Andre White. Also appearing, Steel Sensation. Music by New York Supreme Team.
Tickets are $50. For more information, call 347-500-5061 and 718-774-4705.
So Brooklyn, New York, get ready. Bring on the friends and the family. It's all about Band Jazz. August 1st, 2021 at the Palace. All courtesy Moods Band Groove. Sweet Steel Pan. They can't fight it.
Progressive Entertainment says, get ready for jazz, funk, gospel, and Calypso, the ladies' edition, Woman of Substance. Performing Vonette Bigford.
Make me wanna long time it's overdue. I wanna give you some
Lady Adana.
I'm feeling irate.
Sister Bev and Lady Gypsy, all on WACK Radio platform on Sunday, August 8th from 12 noon. Get ready for the woman we love, Woman of Substance. Special thanks to Mac Entertainment, Curry with a Flavor, Dancer Boy, and the Lookout Guest House in Toko.
Trinidad and Tobago, to stop all the rhetoric, the most important and only message that should be shared about COVID-19 is about transfer. The only way the virus can be spread is through transfer. Conversely, the only way the virus can die is without transfer. To state clearly, if we stop the transfer, we will kill the virus. So whether you have underlying conditions or you are an elderly person is the wrong narrative. Whether young persons are affected and will recover quickly is not important. Whether it has or has not been proven to affect children is irrelevant. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Wear your mask. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Physically distance. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Wash your hands. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Let's spread the right message. Stop the transfer, kill the virus.
The year that time comes around when we need to pay that dreaded premium. But what if you could pay your car insurance bit by bit, rather than the whole thing at once? Would you? Well, I did with Trinry's FlexiPay, and it's so much easier. We love our cars, so why not make insuring them even easier with Trinry's FlexiPay? Call 800-TRIN for more info and sign up today. Trinry, premier insurance coverage for less.
Hi, this is Nikki Crosby with a message for you. People always ask me, why you get vaccine? Well, many reasons. Because I like saving my life, my husband's life, your life. Because I love people. Because I want to work with children again. Because I want to affect. So whatever your reason, let we all do our part and vaccinate TNT.
What are the side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine?
Well, the general side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine are pain, soreness and swelling at the injection site, feeling fatigued or tired, fever or a high temperature. The side effects are usually minor and go away within 2 days.
These side effects mean that your body is building its immune response or developing your internal protection against the disease.
So take the COVID-19 vaccine.
For you,
for family,
for TNT.
A message from the Ministry of Health.
Join Faith Center Ministries with Apostle Carlisle Chankasing every Sunday morning at 8:30 live on WACK 90.1 FM, Facebook and YouTube. You are also invited to join us for our second service at 11 a.m. at Prince of Wales Street, San Fernando.
When last you had a good pay me or lashing piece of pone? Well, TNO Pastry Delights is the place. Located Pamela's Mall, Marabella, next to TN Tech. They carry freshly baked sponge cakes, sweetbreads, cheese puffs, beef pies, and a wide assortment of pastries. Check them out at Pamela's Mall in Marabella. Open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Saturday. TNO Pastry Delights.
WACK. We are Culture Crazy. No one does it like WACK 90.1 FM. The Culture Crazy Station.
Long time a tablet was just a pill, which you took when you fell.
Yo, this is Sherwin Winchester, bigging up WACK 90.1, the True Nation Station.
In a world where nothing is certain, only music can help you to find the right way. Way you should follow today. This way will take you to the best genres of music from around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Al Capone.
Give me the drum. Girl, you have a road body. I'm your body. You don't need nobody. Jam up on me with your road body. Show everybody my road body. Now watch me body. Girl, put the drop on me. Put that drop on me. Fling everything, the thing back on me. Put that talent on me. Girl, double your wine and drop on me. See the put that talent on me. Don't make it easy, girl, put it hard on me. Drop that load on me, girl.
You know better, give me what I want. Use a guitar, so get in the front. Turn up the pressure. Wetter the better.
I never lose, so but it's one big fight with your boy.
Me and party and car done, and me and getting on car done. It's all fun. From the time I reach, I staggering. Anything I hammering. You could hear me hollering. Telling you me head down bad. The sun we come to my shop again. We ripping it up again. I'm telling you, if you cannot handle it, cannot handle it, cannot handle it, jam. Well, you better keep down, you better keep down, you better keep down your hand. Oh, show me your wristband, when you respond, let me see your wristband. When you respond, show me your wristband, when you respond. Everybody start jump up, level vibes, jump around, level vibes. On the ground is level vibes, all around is level manners. Jump on level vibes, jump around and level vibes. On the ground is level vibes, everybody. So put them high, level vibes, level well, I know it bad in the long run, but me and this bottle car done. Me and the sunset car done. It's all rum. From the time I hit stardom, I just make party fall down. Please don't tell me to calm down. Nah, son. If you cannot handle it, cannot handle it, cannot handle it, jump. Well, you better keep down, you better keep down, you better keep down your hand. Oh, show me your wristband, when you respond, let me see your wristband. When you respond, show me your wristband, when you respond. Everybody start jump up, level vibes, jump around, level vibes. On the ground is level vibes, all around is level manners. Jump on level vibes, jump around, level vibes. On the ground is level vibes, everybody. So push them high, level vibes,
Call me a road skank, doing what I want to, finding how I want to, skanking whole night. I outside from PM until the morning come. I can decide if I want to wine or drink more rum. This is my life, don't care about shame. Good go dirty my name, cause I don't do this for fame. So you can call me loose, like the truth. I know what you come to do, but I buy my ticket to party. They go say I'm mad, then I glad, cause I come here to get on vibe. So don't vex with me if I live in a day. I like a road gang, doing what I want, drinking what I want, doing what I like. Only a road gang, doing what I want. When you mind like that, it's true. What are you doing? When you push back like that, what are you doing? When you back like that, you say like that.
way too much for me. You making it seem like I am greedy. That's not my personality. She bring out some saltfish. That's my national dish. For me to eat it, that is a wish. And the baby let us share. So eat and she don't care. That is why she give me the whole thing, everything, and she does not play at all. She's swinging it left, right, for the whole night, and she does not play at all.
Some boy go lose their girl tonight. Somebody go touch it for you. Somebody go touch it. Some boy go lose their girl tonight. Somebody go touch it for you. Touch it for you. You can all she goes if you want to. She go give it to who she want to. You could buy her drinks if you want to. She go give it to who she want to. My youth, you don't own it. Stop one like you have a tagana. You're not the only man in the market with banana. Stop one like a superhero, like the Black Panther in Wakanda. Go there if an ex-man shamana. Take example from your father now. He never killed his stepfather now. Cause you know that. No girl, no one, no, nah, no, nah, no, nah. No girl, no one, no, nah, no, nah, no, nah. Some boy go lose their girl tonight. Somebody go touch it for you. Somebody go touch it. Some boy go lose their girl tonight. Somebody go touch it for you. Touch it for you. You can all she goes if you want to. She go give it to who she want to. She could buy her drinks if you want to. She go give it to who she want to. My youth, you don't own it. She give you a touch of the thing. You feel it's the king. Now you are by sharing. And just as you by sharing, you feel like you control the thing. So when the next man intervenes, you want the vex like you're getting mad. Now another man creeping up in the yard. You are running down like a dog. Oh, girl, no, no, nah, no, nah, no, nah. Oh, girl, no, no, nah, no, nah, Some boy go lose their girl tonight. Somebody go touch it for you. Somebody go touch it. Some boy go lose their girl tonight. Somebody go touch it for you.
the chocolates is out here.
We don't wanna chase and we run. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. Look at the people. As soon as we fire, I beg you please. Turn on the water when we touch down. We reach. Fire, I beg you please. We don't wanna chase and we run. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. Hey, this about to be the lime of the year. Right now is the time of the year. Get a wine and a wiggle and bounce. Free up and give me what I want. Drinks, everybody get drunk. Play hard, everybody want monk. Cannibals like air to me lungs. Mad when the bash friend come.
it on me and got me feeling like this. Give me what you got for me, don't bother. This is my favorite song. You do anything you want and I won't resist. Give me what you got for me, don't bother. Give me. You can bring me on this ball, make your body be the control. If the music stop, take a little wine on this spot. Look me in my face when you're giving me plenty ways. Let me show them now how we just start the place. Let me do this, baby. Go down when I'm going. Come up when I'm coming. In the center, I just walking. 'Cause I know how she like it. Go down when I'm going. Come up when I'm coming. In the center, I just walking. 'Cause I know how she like it. Y'all bounce on it, stick on it, roll on it, catch on it, tip, 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 on your toe and drop right down on it. Y'all bounce on it, stick on it, roll on it, catch on it, tip, 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 on your toe and drop right down on it. So nice when you dip and go down low, bring it back and just whine. Give me what you got for me, don't bother. Y'all take my advice, do that again tonight, all of that is mine. Give me what you got for me, don't bother. You can sing me on this ball, make your body be the control. If the music stop, take a little wine on this spot. Look me in my face when you're giving me plenty ways. Let me show them now how we just start the place. Let me do this, baby. Get up the face and give me one. Hold on for me and give me jump. Keep on your shoes and climb on top. 'Cause she know how I like it. Get up the face and give me one. Hold on for me and give me jump. Keep on your shoes and climb on top. 'Cause she know how I like it. Go down when I'm going. Come up when I'm coming. In the center, I just walking. 'Cause I know how she like it. Go down when I'm going. Come up when I'm coming. In the center, I just walking. 'Cause I know how she like it. Y'all bounce on it, stick on it, roll on it, catch on it, tip, 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 on your toe and drop right down on it. Y'all bounce on it, stick on it, roll on it, catch on it, tip, 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 on your toe and drop.
Definitely. Good afternoon, good morning, good night, whatever part of the world you guys at. Hey, how you guys going? Blessings. Oh yeah, man. It's good to be here. Saturday afternoon. You know what we gonna do? So here what? I'll take a short break and I'll be right back, alright? So before we do and hit that note, we are taking WACK radio into a new era of multimedia radio transmission. We introduce visual radio with features such as multi-cameras, multi-streaming capability, radios you can see and interact with. In order to do this, we have set up a GoFundMe account for studio upgrade. Just go to www.gofundme.com. Search WACK Radio 90.1 studio upgrade and you can help us achieve our goal. Know Your Bible, tune in this Sunday at 4 p.m. for Know Your Bible with host Wendell Paris. Contact the Church of Christ, Laramie. So what we gonna do? So here we're going on. WACK online concert continues in the month of July and August. So we invite you to tune into our virtual platform. Friday, August 6 at 3 p.m. Our culture is in safe hands. Two featured junior Calypso Monarch finalists, Joshua Hinds and Celebrate Hinds, and former junior Calypso Monarch Sharissa Camejo and Perez O'Connor. Sunday, 8th of August at 12 noon, Jazz from Gospel and Calypso Ladies Edition, featuring Lady Gypsy, Vaughn Bigfoot, Bigfoot, Lady Adana, and Sister Bev. Saturday, August 21st at 6 p.m. the Notish Hour presents Woman vs. Men, Calypso vs. Calypso, featuring Michaela versus Skitty. Sunday, August 22nd at 2 p.m. Demi Melvin Entertainment presents From the Month of Babies, Let's Give Praise in Gospel. Sunday, August 29th at 6 p.m. the Notish Hour presents Woman vs. Men, Calypso vs. Calypso, featuring Lady Adana versus Rascamanda. Log on via WACK YouTube, WACK Facebook, WACK Twitch, 90.1 FM, Zena Radio, TuneIn Radio, and donate via FundMe TNT. So how you guys going? What's up? What's up? What you gonna tell on yourself? Huh? So we're gonna take a short break and we'll be right back. 90.1 FM. You don't know, we culture, crazy. Al Capone now on the ones and two on the line in and the line out. Come on!
Moves and Groove presents Band Jazz. Sunday, August 1st, 2021 at the Palace, 713 Nostrand Avenue, corner Sterling Place, Brooklyn, New York, 11216. Band Jazz. Doors open at 6 p.m. We start the jamming at 7 and we go all the way to 10 p.m. Featuring a Spanish world-renowned soloist and celebrated arranger, Duval Stewart, alongside three-time champion in the annual WACK Steel Band Panorama, Andre White. Also appearing, Steel Sensation, music by New York Supreme Team.
Tickets are $50. For more information, call 347-500-5061 and 718-774-4705.
So Brooklyn, New York, get ready. Bring on the friends and the family. It's all about Band Jazz. August 1st, 2021 at the Palace. All courtesy Moods Band Groove. Sweet Steel Pan. They can't fight it.
We all need our cars, but once a year that time comes around when we need to pay that dreaded premium. But what if you could pay your car insurance bit by bit, rather than the whole thing at once? Would you? Well, I did with Trinry's FlexiPay, and it's so much easier. We love our cars, so why not make insuring them even easier with Trinry's FlexiPay? Call 800-TRIN for more info and sign up today. Trinry, premier insurance coverage for less.
What are the side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine?
Well, the general side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine are pain, soreness and swelling at the injection site, feeling fatigued or tired, fever or a high temperature. The side effects are usually minor and go away within 2 days.
These side effects mean that your body is building its immune response or developing your internal protection against the disease.
So take the COVID-19 vaccine.
For you,
for family,
for TNT.
A message from the Ministry of Health.
Al Capone on WACK 90.1 FM.
Think I
What up, Dr. Cheese? How you going, man? Oh, Shirley, what's up? Terencia, what up, girl? What up? Nayasha, what you telling yourself? Let's go. Everybody. Juve. What we gonna do? Oh.
For this is the party to be for all road girls. Thank you. Die. Yes. Die.
So what are you gonna do?
Girl champion.
The girl champion. What you say? Hey.
Susie in a jam down, looking for companion. Dance on soca blasting. If you see she flexing, so I decided to make a move. They must be mad to see if I could fall in a groove. Me too, but that was my big mistake. Lord knows. Tell me, when I grabbed she from behind, she said, "This is a rude girl party." Tell me about just a rude girl party. It is a rude girl party. Yes, man. Just a rude girl party. Cause when I'm feeling high, I'm not feeling low. Nothing in this world can stop me from losing control. It's just a rude girl party. Oh, you know, just a rude girl party. It is a rude girl party. Just a rude girl party. Now come, this is the party. Come back and follow me. I look at the girls and make the bust off your special. Because you know you want to fit one day. I look at the girls you invite to this party. I'm making the dance, make it get up for me. Know that the G can ever lively. Yes. They're taking me girl to the rude party. So say everybody will agree with me. She say, dance on soca sweet. Makes me feel like heat. It even sounds better when I'm with me lover. It puts me in a rude mood. You're mad to do anything I want to do. Well, alright, do it once. Alright, go ahead, partner, go ahead. Makes me want to jam and wine, oh Lord. So boy, oh boy, tonight you're mine. What she say? I just a rude girl party. Just a rude girl party. Tell you about a rude girl party. Just a rude girl party. Cause when I'm feeling high, I'm not feeling low. Nothing in this world can stop me from losing control. It's just a rude girl party. Just a rude girl party. Just a rude girl party. line up. Everybody line up, line up. Oh. Jump up, jump up. Everybody jump up, jump up. Hey. Lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. Oh. Lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. Hey. Lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. Oh. Oh. Hey. Hey.
Yes, see? You hear bacchanal, you hear bacchanal.
It's a celebration.
That's right, that's right. Don't forget the drive-through. Money Ram State and Marlborough. They extend it so you can head on down tomorrow, Monday. No appointment needed for your COVID vaccine, okay? That's right. Don't forget, 18 years and over. Window seating only. Bring ID. Previous testing, positive for COVID-19 also. Hey, don't forget, Saturday 19, drive-through for vaccine at the Manny Ramjan Stadium, Marlborough, between the hours of 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make it the date. Don't forget, people. Come on. So what we gonna do? What she want? Oh. Big up yourself, King Dory. What you telling yourself? Blessings, man, blessings. Okay, what's up, girl? Hey. I'm feeling mischievous, right? This hour.
It's a celebration.
You can't talk.
Tell them never to play with me.
People, are you ready?
Hey, shut up, fool. Baila, baila, baila.
What we gonna do?
Going all over. Ended up down in Colombia. Yes, if I'm Cartagena. See all the people just a baila. A whole nice señorita. To me she just a sing this tune, yeah. One taramera, Wahida, one taramera, one taramera, Wahida, one taramera, one taramera, Wahida, one taramera, one taramera, Wahida, one taramera. So we just kept on walking. Slowly the clock kept on ticking. She laid her head on my shoulder. I wish we could buy love forever. Because she hold a little tighter. While she's still whispering this tune, yeah. One taramera, Wahida, one taramera, one taramera, Wahida, one taramera, one taramera, Wahida, one taramera, one taramera, I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing.
I tell her I feel miserable. I feel miserable. The first hour. Hi. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Hi. Calypso Rose. Feel like dancing. I feeling the shift this. I feeling the shift this a little better now. Hi.
Tonight I'm gonna put it on, baby, from dusk till dawn.
What up, Ingrid? How you going, girl? Blessings, blessings. How things, how things, how things?
With my attitude, don't wind back and shake. Not because of fire, hotter than ever. Don't wind back and shake. So keep your distance, I just want to dance. Don't wind back and shake. It's a nice party, don't wind up on me. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing. Tonight I'm going to put it on. Oh yeah, from dusk till dawn. I feel like dancing. Oh yeah, I feel like dancing. Tonight I'm gonna put it on. Oh yeah, from dusk till dawn. So me look at me, girl, that
You want the trouble is this out there?
Security. He is the soca thing. I am here to the soca thing. I'm on the mental hospital. Boys, a man came in my house to beat me. He came in my house to fight me. I belong to the house of music. He's either crazy or real sick. But I don't want to sing that soca boat. I don't want to sing that soca boat. Just don't want to sing that soca boat. I don't want to sing that soca boat.
It's 5 minutes to the hour, 6 o'clock. Wow, time fly already, but look at trouble. Look back and all. Look back and all. Hey! 90.1 FM, you know we culture crazy.
I was transformed to a demon. I got mad and my eyes got red. Only wickedness in my head. My blood hot till it violent. I vex now I'm feeling to fight him. He came in my house to beat me. He came in my house to fight me. I belong to the house of music. He's either crazy or healthy. But I don't want to sing that soca pose. I don't want to sing that soca pose. I don't want to sing that soca pose. I don't want to sing that soca pose.
Come up to my bumpsy boy and aye, aye, aye. Come up to my bumpsy boy and aye, aye, aye. Come up to my bumpsy boy and aye, aye, aye. Come up to my bumpsy boy and aye, aye, aye. Look the bitch and whining. Look St. Lucian whining. Dominican whining. West Indian. Look the bitch and whining. Look St. Lucian whining. Dominican whining. West Indian. I want you to grind me. 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 Sing. Aye, aye, aye. Oh gosh. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. So pretty. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Make the girl them bend right over. Make the girl them bend right over.
Make the gal up.
Bend right over. Make the girl them. Make the girl them bend right over.
That's right. In commemoration of the 187th anniversary of Emancipation Day, the NACC says, let's reflect, let's collaborate, and let's agitate. Join us on Sunday, August 1st, Emancipation Day, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. for an evening of conscious music and conscious messages. We will discuss ideas of emancipation featuring the music of Black Stallion, Duke, Brother Valentino, Shadow, David Rudder, and many of the greatest. Alright, so don't miss it. This evening of the positive vibration on Emancipation Day, Sunday, 1st of August from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's right, only on WACK 90.1 FM. Alright, so I'm going to take a short break and you catch me on the next side, alright? Al Capone on the ones and two, the line in and the line out. Let's go!
Hi, this is Nikki Crosby with a message for you. People always ask me, why you get vaccine? Well, many reasons. Because I like saving my life, my husband's life, your life. Because I love people. Because I want to work with children again. Because I want to affect. So whatever your reason, let we all do our part and vaccinate TNT.
What are the side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine?
Well, the general side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine are pain, soreness and swelling at the injection site, feeling fatigued or tired, fever or a high temperature. The side effects are usually minor and go away within 2 days.
These side effects mean that your body is building its immune response or developing your internal protection against the disease.
So take the COVID-19 vaccine.
For you,
for family,
for TNT.
A message from the Ministry of Health.
Join Faith Center Ministries with Apostle Carlisle Chankasing every Sunday morning at 8:30 live on WACK 90.1 FM, Facebook and YouTube. You are also invited to join us for our second service at 11 a.m. at Prince of Wales Street, San Fernando.
When last you had a good pay me or a lashing piece of bone? Well, TNO Pastry Delights is the place. Located Pamela's Mall, Marabella, next to TN Tech. They carry freshly baked sponge cakes, sweetbreads, cheese puffs, beef pies, and a wide assortment of pastries. Check them out at Pamela's Mall in Marabella. Open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Saturday. TNO Pastry Delights.
Trinidad and Tobago, to stop all the rhetoric, the most important and only message that should be shared about COVID-19 is about transfer. The only way the virus can be spread is through transfer. Conversely, the only way the virus can die is without transfer. To state clearly, if we stop the transfer, we will kill the virus. So whether you have underlying conditions or you are an elderly person is the wrong narrative. Whether young persons are affected and will recover quickly is not important. Whether it has or has not been proven to affect children is irrelevant. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Wear your mask. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Physically distance. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Wash your hands. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Let's spread the right message. Stop the transfer, kill the virus.
WACK. We've got your soca fix. We've got your Kaizo fix. We've got your party fix. Virtually on WACK 90.1 FM.
Stand by for countdown. Prepare audience for maximum impact. Full immersion begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For a while, the music game has been missing something. A DJ with a cause other than money. A DJ with dancehall in mind. A DJ with the skills to set things right. But who is he? Is there such a man in existence? Of course there is. The takeover has begun. That DJ is Al Capone.
Wine your waist. Hey, every girl wine your waist. Every girl wine your waist. Aye. We turn up, turn up. We turn up, alright. We turn up, turn up. Hey. We turn up every night. We turn up, turn up. Yeah. We turn up every day. We turn up, turn up. We turn up on the road. We turn up, turn up. We turn up in the club. We turn up, turn up. We turn up all the time. We turn up, turn up. We turn up everywhere. We turn up, turn up. We turn up every night, yeah. If you don't got no money, well, don't turn up. Cause when the real bad security turn up, grab you and your friends like cattle get herd up. Put out the club and the promoter, them say word up. All the rasta with the real bomb, all the things they burn up. Better careful when the police them turn up. I know you want to meditate and turn up. And cover of waders get tight when they turn up. Look how the girl them a wiggle and worm up. In the dreadlocks and weaver them perm up. And I watch the girl fi married and wish girl fi sperm up. And everybody them a talk about turn up. Waistline a roll like when butter get turned up. Girl see she rival and now she eyes turn up. Time to stop the hate and let we link and firm up. Battle must pop. We turn up, turn up. We turn up every day. We turn up, turn up. We turn up every night. We turn up, turn up. We turn up all we life. We turn up, turn up. We turn up on the road. We turn up, turn up. We turn up on the club. We turn up, turn up. We turn up, never stop. We turn up, turn up. We turn up on the roof. We turn up. We turn up all right.
Religion and Marshall inside.
DJ Chino wanna track.
Oh, let's
Mr. Dog.
What's your business out there?
Dale, mami. Párame taxi.
And then I really backseat of a taxi, and she wouldn't stop whining at all.
Me lo paró.
El taxi whining low, 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 low.
Yeah, she does it all.
She whining slow and low, low, low.
Yeah, she does it all.
I met her in the backseat of a taxi, going to the carnival. I met her in the backseat of a taxi, and she wouldn't stop whining at all, at all.
Me lo paro,
El taxi,
me lo paro,
el taxi,
me lo paro, me lo paro.
Would you just let me be myself? Yeah, I'm lost, but I don't need your help. No, see, I don't wanna live like this. At least not forever. And I don't wanna live like this. If I go tomorrow, believe me now, I'm leaving now. I'm reaching out. All I need is love. Searching for the best of me. I'm running, leaving all that's left of me. Just to get away. Just to get away.
Pause, baby, just bend down, pause, baby, just bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down, pause, baby, just bend down, pause, baby, just bend down, pause, baby, just bend down, pause. Girl, why you bend down, bubble and wine? Let me see you just wind your waistline. Girl, why you drop down, bubble and wine? Let me see you just wind your waistline. Me say, girl, why you wind down low? How are you wind down low? Step to the front and do what you want. Pass a little wind down low. Say bend down like something drop. Everybody know I'm at something that. Your body slim, girl, but you're something fat. And we mash up the place and nothing that. Bend over, girl, 90 degrees to me. And don't come back up yet, girl, steady. And whenever you whine for me, me feel like me just win $1 million cash money. Girl, you know why you set the trend, girl, Ben. You make man start spend again, girl, Ben. So me why you and your friend to mash up the place from when. Me say, baby, just bend down, pause. Baby, just bend down, pause. Baby, just bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down, pause. Baby, just bend down, pause. Baby, just bend down, pause. Baby, just bend down,
No matter how much money you dangle in a bag and satchel or purse. Whoa, it's the Trinidad Republic. We bless, we not curse. From December 21st. Hey, I'll be on the streets of Trinidad.
That's right, that's right.
A doubles with slime pepper in my hand.
Oh,
Case I be a fruit in the bag.
Nice. It's 8 minutes past 6 and we just rolling with the punches on the floor. Let's go. 90.1 FM. You know we culture crazy. Hey.
Real vibes, real stag, real and see white. No man I got this me there with my wife, everybody.
I feel less vibes. I feel like I'm bouncing straight from the TOP. Let me go.
Con soup that day for sure. Don't try to book me outside down Trinidad.
Don't try to book me. Don't. Hear why.
It's the Trinidad Republic. We bless, we not curse.
Cause why?
21st. Hey, I'll be on the streets of Trinidad. A doubles with slime pepper in my hand. And a case I be a fruit in the van. Relaxing on the Twin Island, Tobago and Trinidad. Stew fish and a macaroni pie. Singing soca like a sweet lullaby. I'll be chilling on a beach line. Real vibes, real stag, real and easy white. Enough man I got this, me there with my wife. Everybody outside cooling and one in a vibe. Eating pale out, coleslaw with a hot corn soup that day for sure. Who love mango chow, bring pepper raw. The way that we do it on the Trinidad show. You can book me after December 21st to get me on the show for the outside. Cause I'll be in Trinidad on the 22nd. Relaxing, heading to the south side. For the big show for carnival time. To make the girl them a bubble and wine. And January 1st is the season of mine. Talking behind, I'll be on the streets of Trinidad. A doubles with slime pepper in my hand. And a case I'll be a fruit in the van. Relaxing on the Twin Islands, Tobago and Trinidad. Stew fish and macaroni pie. Singing soca like sweet lullaby.
local, I want to know what's up. Your honey pot, man, up one in town. If you cooking, I cook up, begin, I cook. Anywhere she enter, baby, they cause casala. Baby, more, sweetie, more, honey, more, baby, more, African flamingo, Rwanda, Uwabu, Wachuku, electric fire, lady, fire, baby, fire, you know, neck, Ekaite, you know, neck, you know, bum, you know, neck, my Carolina, you know, neck, baby, na yo.
Definitely. You know we have to put some praises to the Almighty and stuff. Let's go. High life to the most high. All right. Let's go. You believe a soaking what? Everybody, hey. Oh, Shannon, what's up? How you going, bro? What vibes? Run the family, bleg up yourself and blessings. Hey!
First thing I do as I rise up is count my blessings.
Oh, Martin, what am I telling yourself? Beg up the wifey, Bernadette. What's up? And the in-law, Robbie. Blessings.
Surely best if you have life, ain't no.
Cause why?
I want you hear me like the radio. Want you see what I'm saying like a video. Understand me clearer than stereo. Life hard but try to make nothing trouble you. Morning neighbor, voice the dealio. Hope you have a good day and everything is okay. No matter what happen, we not give it up. Plus life too short, so let me live it up. It's all about it. Have no time for stressing. Yeah, and the L is no longer a loss, a L is a lesson. It's an profit in studying people business, so why you investing? What a next man do it is life, yeah, be that interesting. Hey, I want you hear me like the radio. Want you see what I'm saying like a video. Understand me clearer than stereo. Life hard but try to make nothing trouble you. Morning neighbor, voice the dealio. Hope you have a good day and everything. No matter what happen, we not giving up. Plus life too short, so let me live it up. It's all about the high life, vibrating on high life, frequency, high life, vibrating on high life, energy, high life, high life, high life, high life, high life, yo. Say, you know the vibes. We never stop, we never give up. You know the high.
That's right.
Let me ask you a question. Can I say what I want to say?
That's right. Come on, everybody. Come on. You gotta say what you gotta say, all right?
I want to say it. I really want to say it.
Huh? Not many people love to do that, eh? They love to do that.
Smiling your face. Talking you back.
Picking
up things that far from the fact. While you're talking and talking and talking about me, I'll be pressing on, doing my thing. I'm telling you, please, don't touch me. While you put you to watch me. I go like ugly. So tell them, keep it right. While you're talking and talking and talking about me, I'll be pressing on, doing my thing.
I want to know.
You please don't touch me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me.
Well, boy, I want thing they might be able to do. Cause let them keep on talking. You know why? Come on!
I cannot say what I want to say. I wanna say what I want to say. I cannot say what I want to say. I really wanna say it. People don't know ya, but they won't judge you. They talking about ya. Must be something about you. Smiling your face and talking you bad and making up things that far from the fact. While you're talking and talking and talking about me, I'll be pressing on, doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't touch me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me. Off of 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 me. You got ballet, 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 Tony. You ballet, 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 Tony. You think it's easy? They bite and envy. Take a walk in my shoes. Then let me hear you. They playing safe and talking you bad and don't go bring talk that far from the facts. While you're talking and talking and talking about me, I'll be pressing on, doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't touch me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes on me. Na 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 no. Alright then, Father got you among my friends, please. Because me don't know all my enemies. I the one them will stand right beside you. And I wanna soak you like them a lead. So me ask God to protect me in the streets at night. And all of my enemies, yes, Father God, please shine them a light.
It's a celebration.
Na 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 no. Alright then, Father got you among my friends, please. Because me don't know all my enemies. The one them will stand right beside you. And I wanna soak you like them a lead. So me ask God to protect me head in the streets at night. And all of my enemies, yes, Father God, please shine them a light. Oh, Father God, yeah. So guide me from them bad mind people. The ones them way I promise even. Tear them away, yeah. Away, yeah. Alright then, them boy they don't like me. Them wants to be dead, so we know them a fight me. Them boy they don't rate me, so we know them a vex me. Them gal wanna date me. Enough of them don't like I. Them wants to be dope, they don't want to be sky high. But Father God guide I. Enough of them girl love me to be smile. Oh Father God, yeah. So guide me from them bad mind people. The ones them way I promise even. Take them away, yeah. Away, yeah. Alright then, know them a watch me. a drive past. But them want see logic behind bars. Them too bad mind and them too fast. None of them does see me first class. To them just want see me blood flow. Inna the graveyard them want me go. So me beg Father got some man. No bad man can stop my flow. Oh Father God, guide me from them bad mind people. Once them way up with even no, take them away, yeah, away, yeah. Oh Father God, guide me, Father, guide me from them bad mind humans. No, take them away.
Real hard, had a try. You had to try real hard. Each and every one, blessings. No matter what they do, I always blessings right around the world.
Yes, it's the weekend, and you know how I just do.
Whoa.
I'm about to make some movements, so I call over my crew. And I know it's not no scene with them, cause you know how I just cruise, yeah. I link up my shorty, and I tell her I'm on the move. Jumping on me right.
Oh Lordy, what's up, my bedroom? What's up?
Always back, Roscoe's and stuff.
Hi Donna, hi Sharon, how you girl? How you?
Gas up me from smiling, whining, every time we liming. If you see the girl how they moving, vibes in the place. Drinks like girl we don't chase, and you know that we don't watch face. Everything's cool, and you know that I'm in a good mood. Wanna do what I wanna do. Cause right now, you know. No matter how hard they try, you see I walk with the most high. Oh no, they can't kill my joy. No matter what they do, oh, I always roll with my crew. Yeah. Oh
Tired of this miserable life. Tired of the worries and the problems and the strife. Tired of the things when they not going to right. Tired of this miserable. Well, you know how hard me work. Every day me I kneel and me pray. Ask God to guide and protect me. Lead the ticket there on the right way. But everything I just fumble and crumble. Everything I just stumble and fall. I don't know where I'm gonna turn now. Oh Lord, please answer my call. Cause me tired of this miserable life. Tired of the worries and the problems and the strife. Tired of the things when they're not going to rise. Oh yeah, tired of this miserable. Of this miserable. Tired of this.
Definitely. Big up my bedroom. Ziggy, what up? Blessings, man, my bedroom. Blessings. Hey.
Tired of this miserable. Of this miserable. Bill collectors, them can't stop chase me. Like a thief we jump over a fence. Well, them judge and jury, them fine I guilty. Them telling me that I have no defense. Boy, I don't know when it's gonna be over. The straight and narrow path I choose. Although I know the righteous road is rugged, still sometimes I sing the blues. Cause me tired of this miserable life. Tired of the worries and the problems and the strife. Tired of the things when them not going to rise. Oh yeah, tired of this miserable. Of this miserable. Tired of this miserable life. Tired of the worries and the problems and the strife. Tired of the things when them not going to rise. Oh yeah, tired of this miserable. Of this miserable. A lot of people them use and abuse me for what little talent I got. Well, tell me why are some people so shady? Always promising things they have not. Well, me lady tell me she tired of waiting, and she just can't wait it no more. Now me woman she gone and she left me. Never felt so lonely before. Now me tired of this miserable life. Tired of the worries and the problems and the strife. Tired of the things when them not going to rise. Oh yeah, tired of this miserable. Of this miserable. Tired of this miserable life. Tired of the worries and the problems and the strife. Tired of the things when them not going to rise. Oh yeah, tired of this miserable. Of this miserable. Can't stop from praising Almighty. Cause you know that he can't stop care. My Lord, he will never forsake me. He never give you more than you can bear. Through my trials and my tribulations, sometimes I feel like I'm losing the race. But I know one day he'll uplift me. I'm so longing to see those days. Call me tired of this miserable life. Tired of the worries and the problems and the strife. Tired of the things when they're not going to rise. Oh, yeah. Tired of this miserable. Of this miserable. Tired of this miserable life. Tired of the worries and the problems and the strife. Tired of the things when they're not going to rise. Oh, yeah. Tired of this miserable.
I wanna shine so bright. I wanna make you mine tonight, baby. I wanna shine so bright. I wanna make you mine tonight, baby. I wanna shine so bright. I wanna make you mine tonight, baby. Yeah, you running them forests, but you really got to know this. I love you so much, I will never leave your side, baby girl. The look in your eyes make me feel so weak. I never feel this way, and I swear I won't lie. Wanna thank you for being in my life. This is so nice, you never treat me wrong. This love is so strong, I'll never let it go.
Big up my bedroom king down with. Big up myself, man. Hey. Definitely.
I wanna shine so bright.
That's right. I tell you all, get familiar. Big tune, shine so bright. Boom.
I wanna make you mine tonight.
Big up yourself, my bedroom. Bang.
I wanna shine so bright. I wanna make you mine tonight, baby. Yeah, you whipping them for.
Focus. What up? Blessings. Mark Hardy, what up?
You say, baby girl, them look in your eyes make me feel so weak. I never feel this way, and I swear I won't lie. Wanna thank you for being in my life. You're always so nice, you never treat me wrong. This love is so strong, I'll never let it go. Y te lo digo de mi corazón, baby girl. So let us all rise. I wanna see the sun, that beautiful smile, yeah. Put me in the zone. You love it when I kiss you and I treat you like I'm Messi. Baby, I'm the man. You will always be my queen. Even when I don't, you always lift me up. Always at your side, never giving up. You taught me how to be a man, so here I am. Never cheating on you, girl. Come on, let's go, baby. So let's fast for the moment. This love will never end, no. It's only hope for the future. Who can break us up now? I just had to tell you that I love you, girl.
Young 7, make it splurge.
I wanna shine so bright. I wanna make you mine tonight, baby. I wanna shine so bright. I wanna make you mine tonight, baby. Always at your side, I will never leave your side, baby girl. Them look in your eyes make me feel so weak. Come on, let's go. I wanna show you up. Even when I'm down, you always lift me up. Baby, you're the one, never giving up. Never cheating on you, girl. Mi corazón. Si te quiero para siempre, mi corazón.
Inspired by Brother Resistance.
Stand firm for your culture. I come to disturb your peace. Don't matter how they kick, cuff, and beat me. Don't matter how they
One of our own, Damon Melville, big up yourself, stand firm for the culture, man. Hey, Joycelyn, big up yourself, love. More life, more energy, more vibes.
Strong and fly like an eagle. Stand firm for your culture. I come to disturb your peace. And every year you're going with cap in hand, with song and dance, to ask back for something from them who benefit from your existence. From the small to the big business, even them in control, and always leaving sad and crying with the kind of stories you were told. Stand firm for your culture. I come to disturb your peace. And every single year we are here, and I just watch the faces of them who refuse you, but counting how much they gonna make a shed a tear. Because people come from all over the world to spend and enjoy what you do with heart and soul. Stand firm for your culture. I come to disturb your peace. And anytime a cultural icon gone, it's the true lovers does mourn. And the takers does be counting if all of them gone, how much they got lost. But don't have it done that culture is boss. Stand firm for your culture. I come to disturb your peace. For what we go through, I just remember God's words. It is appointed once to man to die. But to write on for some, the cost for a writer, producer, and the media to get a play, shame we shame to close we eye. Just to get up in the morning to see a new day. And to do this with, let me take a line from Professor, a heart of love. We just have to pray. Stand firm for your culture. I come to disturb your peace. Some people just walk the walk, but they don't talk the talk. Because every year is soca, chutney, and kaiso in court. And then I remember Mudada sing, it's only when they win the judges know everything. Stand firm for your culture. I come to disturb your peace. I don't see how the no togetherness does increase, especially when it's competition, how brothers and sisters are turned to beasts. I was planning to use big words to describe you, like kleptomania, larcenies, defalcator, to be brief. But when I look at all your faces, for me, your culture is just a damn thief. Stand firm for your culture. I come to disturb your peace. For you who taking and not giving back your dread, and for you who sitting back and waiting for me to dead. So when for cultural growth you don't have a thirst, just to let you know, all you go dead first. Stand firm for your culture. I come to disturb your peace. Give thanks.
That's right, definitely. We're going to take a short break. Hey. Do you know someone who is suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia? Vista Senior Care offers in-home caregiving service to help your family manage age-related disease. Our caregivers are fully qualified in managing Alzheimer's, dementia, diabetes, stroke, bedridden patients, and those with limited mobility. Vista offers flexible schedules during the day or night, including 24 hours care in all major residence areas throughout Trinidad. Visit us online at www.vistatt.com or call 688-3953 or 493-9377. Your loved ones are in good hands at Vista Senior Care Limited. Tune in to this Sunday at 4 p.m. for Know Your Bible with host Wendell Paris, consists of the Church of Christ, Laramie. We are taking WACK Radio into the new era of multimedia radio transmission. We introduce visual radio with features such as multi-cameras, multi-streaming capabilities. Radio you can see and interact with. In order to do this, we have set up a GoFundMe account for Studios Upgrade. Just go to www.gofundme.com. Search WACK Radio 90.1 Studio Upgrade and you can help us achieve our goals. Okay, so you know what to do. And for my next task in hand, if you guys forget, I will just remind you. Okay? So let's do this. Don't forget Maniranjan Stadium, Marbella. You can head down there tomorrow, Monday, between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Let's drive through for your COVID vaccine. No appointment needed. So, you know what to do. If you want to do, you do it. Nobody will force you, so you do your thing. Okay, so we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. 90.1 FM. You don't know, we culture crazy.
Trinidad and Tobago, to stop all the rhetoric, the most important and only message that should be shared about COVID-19 is about transfer. The only way the virus can be spread is through transfer. Conversely, the only way the virus can die is without transfer. To state clearly, if we stop the transfer, we will kill the virus. So whether you have underlying conditions or you are an elderly person is the wrong narrative. Whether young persons are affected and will recover quickly is not important. Whether it has or has not been proven to affect children is irrelevant. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Wear your mask. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Physically distance. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Wash your hands. Stop the transfer, kill the virus. Let's spread the right message. Stop the transfer, kill the virus.
What are the side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine?
Well, the general side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine are pain, soreness and swelling at the injection site, feeling fatigued or tired, fever or a high temperature. The side effects are usually minor and go away within 2 days.
These side effects mean that your body is building its immune response or developing your internal protection against the disease.
So take the COVID-19 vaccine.
For you,
for family,
for TNT.
A message from the Ministry of Health.
We applaud the healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, and everyone caring for the sick. But here's another way to say thank you and help them. Stay at home. Just stay at home. Remember, the virus doesn't move. We move it. We stop moving, so does the virus. Stay home. Stay safe. Stay well.
Moves and Groove presents Band Jazz Sunday, August 1st, 2021, at the Palace, 713 Nostrand Avenue, corner Sterling Place, Brooklyn, New York, 11216. Band Jazz. Doors open at 6 p.m. We start the jamming at 7, and we go all the way to 10 p.m. Featuring a Spanish world-renowned soloist and celebrated arranger, Duval Stewart, alongside three-time champion in the annual WACK Steel Band Panorama, Andre White. Also appearing, Steel Sensation, music by New York Supreme Team.
Tickets are $50. For more information, call 347-500-5061 and 718-774-4705.
So Brooklyn, New York, get ready, bring on the friends and the family. It's all about Band Jazz. August 1st, 2021 at the Palace. All courtesy Moods Band Groove. Sweet Steel Pan. They can't fight it.
Put up your hand in the air, so. Put up your rag in the air, so. Put up your flag in the air, so. Spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out. Say, oh, we having a nice time. We having a nice time. We having a nice time with Al Capone. Yo, this is Tony P endorsing Al Capone. Security.
Me. Just drink my thing, just pull my thing. Don't want to be vulgar. Just go my line like y'all know that's why. Them one who bend over. Going for overdovers, I'm going for overdovers. Batting for overdovers, I'm going for overdovers. I drink my rum like 2020 advance, and I'm looking for wicked girl mirror. I'm feeling so high, I'm feeling so grand. So woman, come over. I don't want lie, there's no mama guy. I want you to burn right over.
Listen to the tune inside the tune. Real heights so your mind go reach the moon. In the morning and the afternoon, Mr. Roots let me bust the tune. When macaroni and solvent jump in the fight. When macaroni and solvent jump in the fight. Two dumplings are curling. Two dumplings are curling. Two dumplings are curling. Two dumplings. I went and boiled the corn. I take it on my neighbor Lord. I never see she carrying on with me tonight. And when I gave she peace, you won't believe who I see. Well, I fall on my knees, my dumpling inside. How you go put your macaroni and solvent? How you go give away my dish? It's not she alone who does like this. Lord,
That girl day is good company. That crew day is good company. My old team is good company. Raise your hand in the air and start to sing. Lord, I'm feeling nice. This is the life. Trust me. I'm there with my day one them and we not going home. Can't put a price on this. It's too much vibes. I'm here with my day one them and we afraid. Take a wine on somebody. Wine on somebody. Take a wine on somebody. Right now we gonna take a little drink, get a little drunk, leave a little wine, have a little fun. Oh Lord, yeah, that is company. Raise your hand in the air and start to sing. Lord, I'm feeling nice. This is the life. I'm there with my day one them and we not going home. Can't put a price on this. It's too much vibes. I'm here with my day one them and we afraid. So take a little joke with good company. Take a little wine with good company. Take a little line with good company. Take a little funk with good company. Stay right there with good company. Take a drink with good company.
All of my property, all of my money, oh, it not mean anything if I don't have you. 'Cause you are my everything, and I'm gonna do anything. Go put that on everything, oh.
see them hands, yeah. We dance, yeah. We dance, yeah. We dance, yeah. Because you're hot and steamy, steamy, steamy. Touch road and the man them dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. Yeah, because you're hot and steamy, steamy, steamy. Touch road and the man them dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. Yeah. You is a blessing to the world and you know that. Appreciate all the love when you show that. Mind can't in your madness, hold facts. Love strong that even Elmas could hold that. My mindset on you, you, you. I don't know what to do. Hope my wish come true, true, true. And that's why you're the queen hearts, yeah. Queen hearts, yeah. Queen hearts, yeah. Queen hearts, yeah. Let me see them hearts, yeah. Queen hearts, mash up, queen hearts, mash up, 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 mash up. Mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up that. Cause we bad mind people trying we be good and him protect we back. So what we do? Mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up that. Cause we do bad mind people trying we be good and him protect we back. Stay away from them, away from them, away from them, away from them. Stay away from them, away. Yeah, Taja on it. No, 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 no. Big man, I born in a poverty, but them thing I don't like. Every ghetto youth at the Benz park outside. A pretty girl passing me drink with 2 black eyes. You can't see life nice, so nice, yeah. But they talking, all your business out the road, and they walking. But can't fit inside your shows, so them barking. And can't put one bite on you, so we don't study them. Because Jah give we health and strength, so what we do? Mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up that. Cause we do bad mind people, trying we vehicle, and them protect we back. So what we do? Mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up that. Cause we do bad mind people, trying we vehicle, and them protect we back. Stay away from them. Away from them, away from them, away from them. Stay away from them, away from them, away from them, away from them. Big man, I born in a poverty, but them thing I don't like. True, I say ghetto, but ghetto inside of your mind. Pick up the hustlers, them way don't need no 9 to 5. Whole day we are grind, 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 yeah. But they talking, all your business out the road, and they walking. But can't fit inside your shows, so them barking. And can't put one bite on you, so we don't study them. Because Jah give we health and strength, so what we do? So what?
Can't stop the mass. That's that. Yo, the system. Bagman like to party too. Play more soca for them. Uptown big so party too. Play more soca for them. If you feel like you can't get through, rum and soca for them. All who vex and who hate you, play more soca for them. And away we go. Time to kick off the greatest show. Say anywhere we go. Candles wine funny thing like whoa. Could be rain or snow. That could never stop what we do. DJ pull it up again for me and my friends. We going down till the end. We going touch down, 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 down in the mass, them gal, them shaking their ass. Down on the beach, love to party too. Play more soca for them. Big up South and the Central crew. Play more soca for them. Downtown with the action brew. Rum and soca for them. West side, east side, everything good. Soca, we just defend. We going all day. Jack Power, them calling way. We going all day. 24 hours in one day. We going all day. Jack Power, them calling way. We going all day. 24 hours in one day. So when we touch down, 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 down in the zest, hot gal a bubble like them possess. So when we touch down, 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 down in the vibe, take trick, take jam, gal, no candlelight. When we touch down, 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 down in the street, yell plus rum, everything complete. When we touch down, 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 down in the mass, them gal, them shaking their ass. And away we go. Time to kick off the greatest show. Say anywhere we go, gal just wine pon the thing like whoa. Could be rain or snow, that could never stop what we do. DJ pull it up again for me and my friends. We going down till the end. You see, I make too much of a choice. You see, I try to do what is right. Never be again. I'm having them girls for spite. I hand in first. All them gal is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in first. All them gal is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in like. From the age of 10, had my first girlfriend. I didn't have no paper when she wanted ice cream from right round the bend. But don't fast forward later then. How much money you spend? The small Suzu hand where I get. She marking every cent. You see, I trust too much gal in life. You see, I make too much of a choice. You see, I try to do what is right. Never be again. In them girls for spite, I hand in first. All them gal is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in first. All them gal is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in like. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. 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 Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da. I hand in like. Now at the age I when more money to spend, I juggling both of them.
That's right. So this is what I gotta close it off. I enter my last and my final hour. Alright? Or should I give you a little extra something? Who knows? We will see how it goes. Alright, so you'll catch me on the next side.
Trust too much gal in life. You see, I make too much of a choice. You see, I
WACK. We are culture crazy. No one does it like WACK 90.1 FM. The culture crazy station.
Long time a tablet was just a pill, which you took when you fell ill.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Yo, this is Pretty, and you're tuned in to WACK FM, and that's how we jump in away.
Digital Shamis from Jamaica represent for the baddest thing for the Trinidad and Acre. Now I represent for DJ Al Capone.
But everybody who you have a line with and a grind with, yeah, I your damn friend. Have some boy where I run joke and I smoke coke. You better watch your damn friends. FRI, but it have a end. Couldn't trust some boy down in the end. Roll my but me no smoke blends. Burn some fire for the fake them. Bad mind people, me no really like that. A lot of boy I walk with them big shot. Every day me pray and pray to the Father. Beg for him to guide me throughout the day. Every morning, you know me need long and pray. What me have to do? Think it first before me have to do it. Don't know man so fresh. That's why the girls them say them want blue it. But me call him panty and tea. Me spread this one. Show more love up in the nation. A couple of bad mind in the station. Man a free pre-man for a piece of land. Together as one, unite and stand and make some money. Start up the rubber bands. Don't know the progress, it a be show. But we know the ghetto youths are them pure. Bad mind people, me no really like that. A lot of boy I walk around with them big strong. Every day me pray and pray to the Father. Beg for him to guide me through the day. Dreams, dog, chasing my dreams, dog. One Psalms a day, beg Jah for guide me and my team, dog. Dreams, dog, chasing my dreams, dog. Rest in peace, Kyle, you was a real brother to me. My dog, I have to set it, step in at the scheme, skull out right now, me take off like rocket. You want try to pop it? Cup box out the brain like the boxer. Mohammed Ali, with the big. Me no really business where you come from. Can't scare me, no layla me. Big long broom, you know how we sweep these streets. Lie down, cup to riddle up your lie down. Say you is a bad man and I cry now. Pipe, out your eyeball. In a long talk when me try pass. Pull up, boom, from a glass. Window wind up, then me press gas. Long live Kaida, we no process. Dreams, dog, chasing my dreams, dog. One Psalms a day, beg Jah for guide me and my team, dog. Dreams, dog, chasing my dreams, dog. Rest in peace, Kyle, you was a real brother to me.
Fairy, tag them, a little baby. Go for them anyway, anytime if you know me no move shaky. Dog them fairy, yeah, fairy. Tag them a little baby. Go for them anyway, anytime if you know me no move shaky. Them a dog because them lock. On the seat they got it, the pan. Swan dance, yeah, my time fi boss now. In a real and I fit back down. Yeah, them boy, them attacking at them feelings. Regular me have them girl on my ends. With the cook 17 and him. And if a boy violate, they go try vex. None of them know we not take shot. Make the rifle balance and boy hit back. Them don't know we got the thing locked down in the base. And me always have it up top cause I have a beat. I go beat and teach. Just another night, fully dancing on the street. Yeah. Tell a boy come violate. Me make blood hesitate.
We them know about this. Life for me live my lucky, so me grow big, yo dog. We them know about this. Pain in my heart to make me pun this spliffs, yo dog. We them know about. All the wrongs that me do, I make me turn why is yo dog. We them know about. Silence are the greatest badness. Hey, straight to the thing, me never go wrong. But juvenile, no can't call me no clown. With 6 live rounds to roll wrong. Young tally, so me never grow down. Never switch from me links to another one program. RS the code, you know the slogan. Drop a jail 16 years old with 3 cases. Mommy said the devil got your boy slow down. Hey, don't cry for my mama, just hold on. Don't know the journey I go so long. Enough boys still out cause the heart not so strong. But me sorry for the pain my brought on you, mom. Holy faith me I go make it up too. Jump out of juvie, enter Europe in a new land. Malo bro, why it's so hard to be a new man? Can't see my way, you know nothing when me do. Touch guns, Ali, jump out with a plan. So me start sing some songs. Some boy red eye me, and I try hold me down, but my flag can't jack on the ground. See, take we are the sickest rhymes now. Them girl happy with business like wows. That's a team them a request we fit on we on like light bulbs. Nothing on me life me I feel lie about. Regular we make boy left them girl and dive out. Cause she in a my trap and hide out. Never go the wrong way, no cap ya come up on my road. Boy try that we knock him lights out. Push.
bomb. When the mic is gripped, my lips will spill like bombs in Vietnam. Comedy, time in the around poor skin teeth. Lyrics me like loud with a tongue and rhymes me young with a bit of this lyrical prophet. You can't stop this. From the West Indies, you can tell I'm a lyrical prophet from the word spoken and broken up in these books. So scrolls the eye, unfold the knowledge. Use this, make me bolder, intelligent and nice. Some converts, some becomes a gun born into the on the Tobago, line of Steem and Calypso. Yeah, I'm walking up and I can't root your thing. This not your fact, this lyrical man get on the back for the red, the white, and also the black island, which is my land, my place of birth. Only can tell by the tongue that's swollen in lyrical structure, enemy verse. So all MCs don't cross this border. Cause by now, I don't know, I'm sorta liberty wise, but now I despise all you that's out to order. Don't try to test and any of this nicking, cause I'm not living in lyrical boxing, beating on the licking. Sing out! Bring me along, and not a sound of dying. Whoa, hey, bring me along, and not a sound of dying. Whoa, hey, bring me along, and not a sound of dying. Whoa, hey. You two-faced me, you can't face me, and my rhymes you bite and learn, and you'll ignore my lyrical substance just like one bookworm. Chip food then will extend. I'm sure all the youth then that made big bout on the roots, cause on the Bible and the pen. Cause when I get the mic, all MCs they do stop yes and hush, and I'm a touch and I'm a brush and I'm a clutch with lyrical styles of such. And if I do unleash a lyrical masterpiece, live never cease in the beach, unleash make a brief, don't buy yes, TCHIP. Fool is my name, it will stay just the same. Give me the mic and the stage to the range of the gauge and drop right just the same. Quote, fuck, no, fuck, did you comprehend? So jack it up and pull it up over ways how we link come up. Cause MCs try these Rastafarianic raps and sound like wannabes. What a wannabe's not one of wannabees, see the fool sneakers have to be the true prophets. Free to be fool sneak prophecies. We the untouchable, matchable, double MCs for unity. Man, me a Rastafarian, no, not me, but I do stand. I'm not faking, not a Jamaican, all MCs in the better run. Because middle of the tip, fool, man, I come. I'm missing about the rhythms of the money rhymes and they hot tickle down. To me, full of a style, I'm making a while on beer pattern, much on me. Chat it in a room, I capsize it in and out. And if they give my night respect with this, Trinidad, then I come. Sing out!
Easy manner, make it right if you let me. Angel from the skies, it's alright, I'll be your company.
We could dance the stress away. Slow and fast, one feels like a dream. I can feel the energy, light you up, electricity. I wanna give you love, 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 love. Lift your head up, let your head up. We're surfing on the clouds. Lift your head up, let your head up. I wanna make love, sweet love. I wanna take you away, baby. Come stay with me. You need a vacation, girl. Let me be your vacation, girl. Whatever you need, I get it in a rush. Lord knows you deserve more than enough. You need a vacation, girl. Days off by the ocean, girl. Breeze blowing in your hair. Palm trees where we stay.
How you feel about the West Indies? Tropical something off when we lay up, relax with me.
I wanna give you the way. You ain't gotta worry no more. It's okay, I promise I'll hold you down. If time is money, I give you all of mine. All on the line for your heart. I wanna give you love, 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 love. Lift your head up, let your head up. We surfing on the clouds. Lift your head up, let your head up. I wanna make love, sweet love. I wanna take you away, baby. Come stay with me. You need a vacation. on you like them going think we sexy. Nah. Them going think we sexy. Nah. The way I grip on you like, I know I hold on you like them going think we sexy. Nah. Them going think we sexy. Nah. But I just wine, we are wine, and think we sexy. Make them think we sexy. But I just wine, we are wine, and them think we sexy. Them want think we sexy. The girl of me up and she night and day. Girl of me up when she wine down there. Girl of you rock on the line right there. Now give it up 'cause she nice right there. And when she ting down there, I swing down there. Girl of me up and she night and day. Now let this go, now let this go, now let this go, now let this go.
Touch me like you need it, need it, need it. Would you say it to me like you mean it? Mean it, mean it. You and I both know you feel it, feel it, feel it. So come say it to me like you mean it. We both know you need it, baby. Oh, you did do something to me, make me want you all the time. Oh na na na, daddy. Oh, boy, you know say you feel worth right over time for this love of mine. Me why you feel touch me like you need it, need it, need it. So come say it to me like you mean it, mean it, mean it. You and I both know you feel it, feel it, feel it. So come say it to me like you mean it. We both know you need it. I no lie, no lie. You got me so high, so high. Baby, make us say something. You got me thinking about one thing. And I wanna give you my love. What you gonna do if I give you my love? What you gonna do if I put it on you, darling? Boy, I need to know that you need it, need it, need it. Would you say it to me like you mean it, mean it, mean it? You and I both know you feel it, feel it, feel it. So come say it to me like you mean it. We both know you need it, baby. Oh, you did do something to me, make me want you all the time. Oh na na, oh na na, daddy. Oh, boy, you know say you feel worth right over time for this love of mine. Me why you feel touch me like you need it, need it, need it. So come say it to me like you mean it, mean it, mean it. You and I both know you feel it, feel it, feel it. So come say it to me like you mean it. So you need it.
I want give it to ya. 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 I want give it to ya, baby. I want give it to ya, honey. I want give it to ya, sweetheart. I want give it to ya. 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 I want give it to ya, baby. I want give it to ya, honey. I want give it to ya, sweetheart. I want give it to ya. Where you whine it, turn me on. Like the fountain I overcome. Wine it so sweet, had to beg for some. Come give me some sweetness, darling. Pop the roll like a pop the string like a overtop. Weak connection, raise the temperature. Come give me some sweetness, darling. Hold it, 'cause she getting on, 'cause she in a heat when I turn the pressure on. Oh gosh, turn it on. Oh gosh, hold it, 'cause she getting on, 'cause she in a heat. She want to jump in the water. Oh gosh, just hit the right spot. I want give it to ya. 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 I want give it to ya, baby. I want give it to ya, honey. I want give it to ya, sweetheart. I want give it to ya.
Rock your back is twerking fitness. Bend your knees is twerking fitness. Right out your legs is twerking fitness. Up on your toes, man, bumper spin and bump. Squat and go down, squat and go down, squat and go down. Come ladies, squat and go down, squat and go down.
Definitely, definitely. Francis, big up yourself. What up, what up, what up? Out in St. Lucia. How you going, my veteran? How you going? Blessings, more life, more times. Hey. We soon link up, we soon link up.
Wine jiggling, twerking is vital, it's essential. The
good health, make your life less stressful. Get low, make that bumper touch the floor. Spread out your legs, belly men, they beg for more. So bend it down, feel the burn. Squeeze it up, let's keep it firm. And when you work it up and bend it, pat it up. That let's keep it real tight. Your heart keep racing when you keep rotating. All shapes and sizes, yeah, keep it working. Exercise, exercise, exercise on the waist and time. Let's get your mountain inside.
Hey baby, good morning. Excuse me, miss, your body coming like a X6. Your body coming like a X6. Excuse me, miss, your body coming like a X6. Never know them thing they exist. That's why me up in a your na na. Up in a your na na. Up in a your na na. If you wrote too big, the music on na. Up in a your na na. Up in a your na na. Up in a your na na. If you wrote too big, the music on na. One thing me got enough of. Me fully handsome so y'all forget touch her. Sometimes me think it easy, sometimes me get rougher. She a one so bad me deep in bad brush. Me just pull her up a love make she know that it's better. So my baby girl, my world and my treasure. If we exercise every morning together, put your legs apart, put them back together. You're my cheerleader, forever and forever. Sometimes me now me just is a lady in heels around the pedal for the medal and the be my iris. Back it, back it, back it up. Start like that and you jack it up. Back it up, back it up. Hey girl, when me say in the. Hey my friend, now where you get that thing there? In the. Come and love how you tell your sing way. In the. Shots and got everything I get fling way. In the.
Give me trust. I ain't even whining.
But what really going on here? Moto that, why you toting feelings? We don't know.
Splash, body wet up, wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like the fire, baby. Splash, body wet up, wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like the fire, baby. Splash.
What you call that sauce? Kinda wine make man what it cost. Cause them want me single. Them man want to mingle.
Where you are? Lose this. Want to taste some sweet juice. Hey, I gon' give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride. Splash.
Body wet up, wet gal with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Splash. Body wet up, wet gal with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby.
Bounce and break out on the floor. Check out the girl drop. When the bass fling down on the road. Yes, girl don't whine anymore. Girl just bounce and break out on the floor. Check out the girl drop. When the bass fling down on the road.
Bend your back, girl. Bend your back, girl. Bend your back, girl. Poor girl. Turn it around and flip that waist, girl. Drop to the ground. Bend your back, girl. Bend your back, girl. Poor girl. Mash up the town. Hey, the way how she diggy, dang. With fashion and style like she from London. And she flip on she head like she from Hong Kong. She know want the whole album, she want one song. Hey, bust a wine pan a random man and show them you have the bad bam. It's quality, you know in a man gang bang, but she still want the long. That's why you feel.